Welcome to the show. I'm your hostess, Koko, and in studio with me next is Henry Richardson, the founder of the Possibility Fund. Yes, and he has been on the show several times. He is a walking miracle, and a lot of times we've had interviews where we are trying to find a cure for something and we're raising money for that cure. Well, he's going to tell you about an illness that they have a cure for, but the problem is it's so expensive. Yes. Henry, welcome back to the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here. And wow, how many years have we talked about? Is this like the fourth year maybe?
I believe so.
Yes. You are going to be putting on a golf tournament to raise funds.
Fourth tournament, yes.
All right. So you're here to talk about a disease called chronic lymphatic leukemia.
Correct.
And where we picked off last time, you had been diagnosed with that several years ago.
Back in 2000.
Mm-hmm. And how deadly was that diagnosis?
They gave me 8 to 12 years at that time. And I had 3 very close calls. So one time they told me I was going to die. And then they came up with 2 weeks later, a experimental drug to give me. So it worked.
It worked.
Yeah, but everything's just kind of was stepping stones to get to where I am today.
Mm-hmm. And you have teamed up with SC Oncology.
Yes.
Here in Columbia.
Yes.
All right. Tell us a little bit about them. And
South Carolina Oncology is, if you have any type of cancer, you're going to wind up going to an oncologist. And if you live anywhere in the Midlands, you're going to wind up at South Carolina Oncology because that's where all the oncologists are. And they have the ability to use whatever drugs are FDA approved. When I was going there, they were able to give me drugs at that time, and then they ran out of options that were viable, options that would work without deadly or nasty side effects. And so they wound up sending me to places where I could get experimental treatments because I'd run that gamut. And I went through a few years of that, and of course nothing ever really kind of worked. And then I wound up getting on a drug trial for this drug that I'm on now that I'm advocating for, which is ibrutinib, and without it I would not be here today. And it's a pretty neat drug. You take it once a day, and it just turns off the cancer cell. It's like it doesn't even exist.
And it sounds so simple, but the problem is the cost.
Yes, it's
an enormous cost.
It is. It's been FDA approved, so there are insurance coverages, but it doesn't cover everything, and it gets quite expensive. And if people, there are people out there that still need help getting this drug and getting to this drug, and might not be able to come up with the copay.
How much is the copay?
I think if you're on Medicare, it's somewhere between $500 and $600.
Whoa! Just
for that copay, and this
my goodness,
this is every month.
Wow!
So they got to come up with out of pocket. I've been blessed to have good insurance and have the right people in my life all along. And my goal and reason for setting up this fund is to help people who aren't. Because I was just thinking, to know that this drug is out there and it can save your life and give you, I have a normal life, and give you that back, and it being out of reach for the few dollars, it's mind-boggling. But it would happen, and it would be horrible to know that you were in that situation and couldn't. So that's been my goal all along, is to help people get to a treatment that's non-toxic, that doesn't have, if it has any side effects, they're very minimal, and it's great. And they're actually coming out with a newer version of this drug.
Really? That's
up for FDA approval. It's even better.
Now, this is only to treat the chronic lymphatic leukemia.
That's what this is for. It's targeted for. There really wasn't anything out there to help people with this disease or any fund like this. Is a kind of a unique fund. There are different societies and things that do help, but this bridges the gap between all of that, because it's still, people are still digging in their pockets or having to find money. And to be in a position where they say that, pay for your drugs or pay for your food. Which one do you want?
Right.
Or pay your rent or pay your electric bill. That's I don't want that to be an issue.
And so you put together the Possibilities Fund charity golf tournament that's coming up on Friday, September 23rd, to raise money so that money can go to help other people get
100% of the money goes into that. It's a 501c3 fund. That's why I teamed up with these SCOA Cares group, which is the foundation set up at South Carolina Oncology to help people in need. And this fund is targeted specifically to CLL patients.
All right.
SCOA Cares does other things for other cancer patients, but this has been my pet thing, and I've seen a lot, and my goal is to people not to have the experiences I had to have to get to where they want. There's a clear-cut, simple way to get to it, and I want to make sure that they have it.
And how old are you now?
I will be 65 October the 3rd.
You look great. Just marvelous.
Well,
yes.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yes. Well, let's talk about the golf tournament, all of the particulars, how much, and where is it going to be?
The tournament is at Indian Rivers Golf Club. We will start at registration at 8 a.m. and we'll tee off at 9 a.m. The cost is $75 per player.
That's not bad.
No, it's well, considering what you get a round of golf. We have refreshments. I have beer carts that will be running around. We'll have stations out there. I've got all kinds of people at different stations with things for the players. I think one of them's a tin roof. People are going to be out there, and they got all kind of little goodies and things and drinks. We have a hole-in-one prize that Carolina Honda is putting on.
Oh, wow.
It's a Pioneer side-by-side vehicle, and it's pretty nice.
I bet so, yeah.
But, Jim went with Carolina Honda, has been gracious enough to do this for us. I believe this is the second time he's done this. And so that's a pretty neat opportunity. It'll be on the 18th hole. Okay. And then we have Arby's Barbecue coming to serve lunch. We have a good time. There's a lot of fun for a good cause. We've got really good food, and great people, good service.
Okay, and you know what? Oh, goodness. Talk about prizes and trophies. I was just looking at that trophy there. Yeah. Wow, that's a trophy.
This is a nice trophy.
Yes.
We started using these instead of giving other prizes, which golfers already have all their own stuff. So giving people golf stuff didn't make sense. And it turned out a lot of the players prefer the trophies. So got these last year, and it was a really big hit. But we have 4 of these for each first, second, and third place team. And we also have prizes for the longest drive.
Okay.
Or trophies for the longest drive and closest to the pin. And then we'll also have a variety of door prizes that we'll have drawings for as well. And one of those things, and I wanted to give you one, is
look at that.
Our bracelets.
The cancercure-fund.com is an orange bracelet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason for orange is that is the color for leukemia.
Okay, thank you.
And so we have those.
Matches my toenails.
There you go.
Polish.
We're going to have goodie bags for everybody with a lot of neat stuff in them. And
okay.
Bojangles is also donating the biscuits and things for the kick tee-off, so we'll have some coffee and some biscuits from Bojangles starting out. I have several really great holes. I think every hole I've got's got a sponsor for it.
Great.
So that's real good. And then I've got some visors coming as well, so everybody will get a nice goodie bag with a lot of neat stuff on it, so everybody goes home with something aside from a good time.
Super.
And a full belly of good food.
Yes. And tell me, what can people do year-round? I know the golf tournament comes once a year.
Yes.
But what can people do to help this effort year-round?
They can go to the website, and there is a link on there on the very first page if people want to donate. And just make sure that you spell out Possibilities Fund. So if you want to help cancer patients, with people with leukemia, just spell out Possibilities Fund on the donation. You can mail it in. It's got an address to mail it in, and it's also got a web link where you can pay online. Just specify which fund you want it to go to, if you would, please.
Okay.
And that way we know we're helping people. But this is a really neat thing, and it's neat to see what we can do to help people get the help that they need, and to really change people's lives. And it's a life-saving drug.
It is. Yes, it is.
And the way the foundation in the form or this fund was set up is so any new or whatever's better that comes up, it will take care of it. So as new drugs come out, obviously they're going to be expensive as the devil, and hopefully their brutinib gets less and less and lower, but there's better stuff coming out, and that's going to be expensive. So we want to help people get to what works.
Right.
And what will give them their life back. And this will. And right now they don't know how long the drug works for, but I've been on it for 3 years, and I'm still kicking. And without it, I would have been gone 3 years ago.
Wow.
So we started out with the fund, like I say, 4 years ago, trying to get people help building up, and I was fortunate enough to be on that drug trial, and it works. It's great. I'm a very big advocate for this drug. As
should be. Yeah. And Henry, it's always a pleasure.
Well,
and can't wait for our interview next year. All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
We'll give you some numbers and things on that.
Exactly, because you'll be getting ready for year number 5 next year.
Yes, ma'am. We'll have to do something special for year number 5.
Exactly.
We'll look forward to people coming out and joining us for this tournament. I'm going to try to cap it off at 100 players, and that way it's a smooth go through, and hopefully, that works out for everyone. But we want everybody to be able to play through smoothly, have a good time, get done in 4.5 hours, and get on home, because it gets hot out there on the golf course after a while. But we'll have plenty to drink, beer and water there, and then they'll have the iced tea and food. I think this year we're having barbecue and fried chicken and mac and cheese and green beans and some kinds of desserts and slaws or salads or whatever. RB's does a wonderful job. As a matter of fact, I have some people that come just for the macaroni and cheese, and some come for the green beans and whatever, the barbecue. But the food gets eaten. That's right.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. So.
All right. Well, wish you lots of success with your golf tournament.
Thank you.
And being able to help many more people.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate everything. All of our sponsors and players and volunteers and supporters give us. Thank you.